Let's just adjust these. I can already tell these are going to get on my nerves this entire time, but it's fine. They're cute. They can stay. We're going to be playing with some makeup today. I'm so excited. I haven't done something like this in so long. And this to me is like OG YouTube. Yeah, like OG makeup YouTube. This is where it's at. So I'm going to try and not make this a full-on tutorial. I'm just having a play. We're going to see what we can come up with and update you guys on a few things. Just starting off my base with a bit of the Primark PS Prep and Perfect. We want to be hydrated. It is so cold right now and every part of my body has never been drier than it is right now. I've got, I don't know if you can see, like you see these little patches here? I have that in sections like all over my legs. It was on my arms. It's actually scarred me. You see that little bit? Yeah. It's driving me insane. According to the doctor, it's just eczema, but to me it's irritating. There's been this recent obsession with like 90s makeup and 90s style, that kind of thing. It's making a comeback and I am here for it. Being a girly who was born in the 90s, the very early 90s I might add, I feel like there's no better decade. Maybe I'm biased, maybe it's true, but I wanted to do something that was very 90s inspired. And to me, like when I think 90s, I think grunge, I think Gwen Stefani, I think 90s like supermodels, like OG supermodels, that kind of like bombshell, grungy, undone makeup sort of look. So that is the inspiration I was looking for basically. And I've been scrolling through Pinterest for ages and came across a few looks that I was just like, yes, like this video here, like these kinds of looks with the brown cool / neutral lip, the fresh like full coverage skin and simple eyes with a thinner brow. We're gonna try and do a thinner brow. I can shape them, it's fine. I ain't shaving them off. Let's just put that out there. I ain't starting 2025 with no eyebrows because I ain't going through that again. So yeah, that's the kind of inspiration for the look today. I've got a few bits, some things new, and we're just gonna have a bit of a play and just see what I can come up with whilst I update you on everything that's been going on. So if you want to follow along whilst you get ready, pretend we're having a bit of a chit chat, leave something in the comments, go for it. I might actually go and make a cup of tea because it is freezing outside. It's currently -6 where I am. Yeah, not fun. Like, why couldn't it have been like this at Christmas? Cup of tea secured in a very 90s themed mug. So base, I've already gone in with the PS Prep and Perfect. And usually I would now go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but to be honest, I don't plan on wearing this makeup that long, so I don't really feel like I need it. And this makes a really good base on its own anyway. Foundation wise, I am going in with House Labs, although this shade might not be a perfect match anymore. But yeah, how have you guys been? Let me know in the comments, because I'm talking right now as if you guys can respond in real time. And you can't, obviously. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, like what's going on? How are you feeling? What was your start to the year like? How's your goals going? Have you set any goals? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. More foundation, because that wasn't enough. It's not actually too bad a match, to be fair, because the girl in Sephora in Milan who helped me out with this said like it'd be a good shape for me in the summer as well as like the winter. I'm not gonna try not to make this look glowy, even though right now that is the complete opposite, because the 90s wasn't really like glowy makeup. It was more like matte or like satin, but full coverage. I think Gwen Stefani, her skin was just flawless. I don't know whether that was just the makeup or whether that was just her skin, but it was all like very smooth, one tone, that kind of thing. Okay, foundation done. Let's move on to concealer. And as usual, using my trusty e.l.f. camo concealer. I have this in 2 shades. Like this one is more of a darker one that's closer to my skin tone, and then I have a lighter one that is in the shade Fair Warm. That one was medium sand. Do you know what? I'm actually surprised I can read that because my eyesight is terrible. So I'll just use that to like even things out a little bit because it's closer to my skin tone and has a little bit of a warmer undertone, so it'll help get rid of like some of that reddish purple tone under my eyes, as you can see. But back to life updates. I've been okay for the most part. I think Christmas was amazing this year. I absolutely loved it. I'm definitely more of a homebody. Especially like at Christmas. I think I mentioned in one of my Vlogmas videos that it was a big thing in my family growing up, like with my mum and my dad when they were together, to be at home, like in our house. We didn't go traveling here, there and everywhere. So it's sometimes a little bit daunting when we have to go to Jamie's parents. I love his family, like absolutely love them. But I just like being in my own space. And I think Jamie's very much the same. Like when we go, we're there for a few days, and it usually turns out that I end up wanting to stay longer because I'll be enjoying like the company and interacting with people, and Jamie's like, I just want to go home. Because he just likes his own space just as much as I do. But I think because I had such a small family growing up, I don't mind as much seeing people for like extended periods of time. Not that I was lonely or anything, but it's nice to take that break. Whereas I think for him it's the opposite, in that he always had people around, so he likes his own space, whereas I like my own space, but it is a nice novelty when you have other people around to like interact with. What do I want to do blush wise? Do I want to do a bit of blush? I'll do a little bit. I should put it on my hand. This one is Cherry Cola made by Mitchell. I figured something a little bit more sort of like reddish pink, but more on the neutral side would be better for this kind of look. I just don't want to overdo it with the blush. You see what I mean? It's like a rosy sort of neutral, that kind of thing. Let's blend that out. Why have I put contour like all the way there? So yeah, Christmas for me was really good. New Year was great because we got to spend it like at home, and we had my aunt and uncle round because they didn't have any plans. We didn't really have any plans. We were going to go out, but then it just was going to be so expensive, and we were just like, do you know what? It's a no from us. Like, why do places charge so much for you to go out just because it's New Year's Eve? Like, people are going to spend money anyway. Like, it's New Year's Eve. People want to party. People want to get slaughtered. Like, why are you charging me £20 to get into a bloody Wetherspoons? Are you quite all right? So yeah, we just stayed at home. We had a load of food. So I'd got in a load of cheese, obviously. We had like lots of different charcuterie. We got a load of like picky bits, so like little bits of party food. I got hair on me. Just the standard like spring rolls and chicken strips, and then I made what Jamie's family call bread dip. To me, it's like a big cheese and onion dip, but it's served in a bread bowl. But they call it bread dip. That's what the recipe is. Jamie's mum got it when they lived abroad like a long time ago, and it's been a staple in their family ever since. And honestly, for me, like ever since I met his family the first time and I had it, I've never looked back. It is a heart attack in a bread bowl, but it is so good. And we basically got all of the chicken strips and all the other little bits, even like Pringles, Doritos, whatever you want. and we dipped it in, and it was honestly amazing. Maybe I'll have to like do a video on it one time, because the recipe should go viral. I'm telling you now, like I've never seen anybody do it online, and maybe that could be my big break. I could be known as the cheese and onion dip girl. Okay, I'm gonna let that all settle, I think. Ugh, Evie hair again. Now we will move on to brows. As usual, using my trusty Bare Brow from Unicorn Cosmetics. Okay, I think those brows are thin enough. I'm just gonna let that dry before I go in with like anything else. So yeah, we had the bread dip, and we had like our little picky bits and stuff like that. And then we got out Jamie's Ninja Slushie. He got a Ninja Slushie for Christmas off his parents, and I was really opposed to it at first, but then thought, you know, he really wants it, so let them buy it if they want to. Because I wasn't going to, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get him as much as I wanted to. I can honestly say, I love it. It's amazing. So we had strawberry daiquiris, like frozen strawberry daiquiris on tap. We just got those, I think, is it Funkin' Cocktails? We got the pre-made like mix of that, and then I put extra bits in it. So we put like a little bit of coconut rum in, we put extra grenadine in to make it like more vibrant, and a little bit more like sugar syrup to make it a bit sweet, because that mix is really sour. There's a lot of lime in it. And yeah, it was really, really nice. I enjoyed it, and we ended up going to bed really, really late. It was bad. But yeah, overall, like Christmas and New Year for me was really, really good. Little tea break. Oh, that's good. Okay, to stop this creasy McCreasus and getting any worse under my eyes, I am going to set them. As usual, going in with my trusty Weightless Perfection and the Makeup Revolution IRL powder. This is just the ultimate combo. But I feel like I want to try some new stuff. And I hear great things about certain powders. Like the ones I really want to try this year are the Trigwell one, because everybody raves about that over TikTok. The Laura Mercier setting powder, and the Huda Beauty one. I think the one that, I mean, besides the purple one that's like viral at the moment, everybody goes on about Sugar Cookie. So I really want to try them, because I love this combo, and very affordable, might I add. Very affordable. But I feel like I want to branch out and try some new ones, because I've hit pan on this one, and the Laura Mercier one is like an OG makeup product. Like I even remember back watching Jaclyn Hill years ago that she would use that. So maybe I'm missing out on something, I don't know. Honestly, having cats. I'm going in with my, I know I said Revolution then. L'Oreal powder foundation. I love this to just set everywhere else on my face, because that Kiko one is a little bit too light. Maybe I need to buy one in a different shade. We're going to put a little bit of glow back in, but only like a tiny bit. I'm not going to go in with highlighter, I don't think. I'm going to try not to, because can I realistically do my face without putting any highlighter on? I don't know. But I do want to bring back a little bit of colour to my face. So I'm going to use a matte bronzer. This is the Jordana Tisha one that Jamie got me for Christmas, and I love. It's in the shade Honey Glow. I'm just going to use that on the perimeters of my face, just to kind of help with that contour. But I only want a little bit, because I don't want this to be like overly contoured. I still want to kind of stick to the whole 90s thing. I just want to kind of make it my own a little bit. We'll see once I've got everything else whether I feel like I need anything. So anyway, New Year started off quite well. You know, obviously had a really good Christmas and a good start to the new year. Jamie and I had a banging New Year's Day dinner, which has now led to us potentially making it our weekly ritual to have Sunday roasts and then use the leftovers to make a pie, because honestly, that was so good. Because there's always leftovers, or you feel like you end up having to pile your plate with stuff, and quite frankly all the time I don't want to do that. So it gives us an excuse to maybe eat a little bit less and not be as much of a piggy. And then we use the leftovers to make a pie, which then goes for us for like a couple of days for dinner. So then dinner's sorted for an extra 2 days, and we've not wasted anything. It also takes the thought process out of what to have for dinner, because every week for Jamie and I is just this never-ending vicious cycle of deciding what to have for dinner. Whereas something like that is dinner done for 3 days then. So we've got Sunday and then Monday, maybe Wednesday if we wanted to like skip a day so we weren't eating the same thing all the time. So here I am putting my makeup on and I'm talking about pie. Right, brows are done. Apologies, I can't bring myself to do like the full-on 90s brow, okay? I lived through the 90s and the noughties and the early 2010s where I was bullied for having caterpillar eyebrows. So I got rid of them and it's quite literally scarred me for life. I can't go back there. I really can't do it. So apologies. This is the best we're gonna get, okay? I like my thick brows. So I'm gonna go for something like that. So very simple, just a bit of black along the lash line and then just like a pale colour all over the lid basically, and then like winged out lashes. So I think I did pull out 90's baby because obs, but I'm thinking I might have to try the half lash era ones because they'll be like more sort of winged out and I'll kind of like tip them up a little bit so that it doesn't drag my eye down. We can't do any better than these, can we? Like the smoky palette, which I made a vow to myself to use more this year because look at that. Beautiful. And then the Neutrals palette, which I wasn't that excited about getting. Like I said in that other video, in the last Vlogmas when I showed what we got for Christmas, I bought the set of 3 of this, the Rich palette and the Nude palette, because the set of 3, I could find the Rich palette and the Nude palette, but for some weird reason, they didn't have them in stock separately. So I had to buy 3 in order to get the 2 that I actually wanted. And this one I wasn't that bothered about, but for the 90's, perfect palette. So we're going to use some of the lighter shades in there. I'm thinking maybe like Shell, so this one down here, and we've got Ice, which is like this really nice shimmery colour up here. Then maybe Slip or Suede to do a little bit of contouring in my crease. But I was really looking forward to using Fairy again. I'm thinking I want to jazz it up a little bit. I get 90's was like very matte, but I want to see if we can maybe jazz it up a little bit. So, plans for the new year. I know everybody does this at the start of every year. It's always like, new year, new me, or last year it changed to new year, better me. And I do want to be a better me, but I think one of the mistakes I tend to make, and probably a lot of other people make, is they say they're going to do all of these things, or they want to achieve all these things, and then they're not exactly, let's say, smart about it, like thinking about whether the goals they're setting are actually smart. So are they specific? Are they measurable? Are they achievable? Are they relevant to you? And are they time bound? Because otherwise, how are you going to know whether you've achieved it? That's a mistake that I make every single year. I just go, oh yeah, I'm just going to go whole hog in this, like this is what I want to achieve, but then I'm not specific about it, so then I can't measure it. And if I can't measure it, how do I know if I've achieved it? Because I know it's relevant to me. That's very easy to do, but it's not as easy to be like very specific, because sometimes I can get in my own head about it and kind of psych myself out to think, oh, you know, I'm being too specific. Like maybe I need to give myself a little bit of slack to kind of decide later on down the line what that is. But you know what? No, because I just then don't really do anything about it. And this year I really want to. So I've set myself some goals. Maybe I'll do a bit of a TikTok about it or something, but they're all related to sort of like my physical health, my mental health, my finances, my career, the house, my relationships, and then I've like kind of set myself rewards. I think the last 12 months I kind of got really in my own head about things because I didn't have the same friendship group that I'd had previously. I didn't have the same sort of interest. Like I didn't really have a passion. It was just kind of going to the gym sporadically. I liked cooking and stuff like that. It was only towards the end of the year that I really started to hone in on the things that I forgot that I was passionate about. So like content creation and makeup. So yeah, with goal setting, like if you have any goals that you set yourself for this year, let me know what they are. Like I said, I don't really want to speak too much about mine right now. I'll probably do it in another video, maybe like do a check-in or something further down the line to see sort of where I'm up to. And then we can check in with each other and keep each other accountable. I think that'll be a good idea. Oh, went off on such a tangent then. I forgot what I was actually talking about. So I'm going to say we were talking about like my plans for the new year. And as much as I don't really want to get into goals right now, there's nothing wrong with me going through with you what my plans are for this year. Like some of the things I'd like to achieve. I think one of the big things for me is my content, because I forget very easily how much I really enjoy it. I'm just gonna finish off the eyes a little bit. I'm just gonna dip into suede and shell down here just to kind of smoke out this little bit here, because I love doing makeup. I love sitting here and having a play around. It just makes me feel like a little girl again, sat in my room just playing about with eyeshadow and stuff. Because yes, I was that strange child who never went out or hardly ever went out. I would just sit in my room and play dress up, basically. And that's kind of how I feel about this. But then if I can turn that into something, like as in a career or something like that, then why not go for it? I'm not expecting it, but I am manifesting it. You know, that is what I want to do now. I think I can only achieve that if I decide to just go whole hog and believe that I can do it and live my life as though I'm already doing it. So that is the plan for the year. So expect to see a lot more content, me being a lot more consistent about it, because consistency is key. Because I enjoy doing it. I think the minute I stop enjoy doing it is the minute that I stop. And I think that's what happened the first time. I just got too bogged down on like being too perfect and stuff and trying to mask like who I am, because I've always felt that like I can be a bit too much for people at times. Yeah, it was more me like spending ages trying to figure out how I was going to not be too much all the time. Whereas now, do you know what? I don't give a shit. If you don't like me, don't watch. Or comment down below. You know, engagement, whether it's positive or not, helps the algorithm. So go for it. I'm a big girl. I can handle myself. Oh dear. Okay, lashes secured. I think we're gonna go for a half lash. I think that's good. Before that, I'm gonna curl my lashes and put a bit of mascara on and just kind of see where we're at. But yeah, content is one of like my big plans for the year. It's probably gonna be my main focus for now, because it's something I really enjoy. And I think I need to find the kind of content that I really enjoy, or like figure out what my platform is going to be about, or what I feel it should be about. Because it's not just about making content that I enjoy. I think on the whole, obviously I need to enjoy doing it, or I'm not going to want to enjoy doing it. You know, it still needs to give me dopamine. Otherwise I'll just get bored really easy and give up. But I think I need to figure out like what kind of platform I'd like to build, because I have a lot of interests. Makeup is a big one. I have a lot of makeup and I love playing around with it, and it's a big part of who I am. But I do have like a lot of other interests as well. So I really love cooking. I love food. I love going out to try new restaurants and things. I'm really into my fitness. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have spent thousands of pounds to become a qualified personal trainer. So I know a lot about a lot of things. I think I am the very definition of the quote, a jack of all trades, a master of none. I would much rather be really good at a lot of things than be incredibly good at just one thing. I just have a lot of interests and I want to try and build my platform to reflect that, so it can be a space for a lot of people and not just a select few. Like, I want this to be a reflection of me and I'm not just one thing. And I want to help build like a huge community of people who can come online, have a safe space to kind of interact with each other, interact with me, just to kind of escape from everything. Because that's essentially what I use YouTube for. I love to watch content just to kind of switch off. And that is what I want people to be able to do when they're watching my videos. Because as much as I don't want to be pigeonholed into one specific kind of content, because I have a lot of interests that I want to share, I do need to narrow it down. Otherwise, I'll just overwhelm myself completely and then just give up. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. I think vlogs is a really good way for me to go. And I do really enjoy them. I love just like picking up the camera and talking about my day, showing you what I'm doing and that kind of stuff. And I think they're like a really good way to do that sort of thing, like to have different topics that you cover. So like I could do travel vlogs, I could do come with me to do such a thing. I can do my cozy little weekend vlogs where I show you what I've been up to over the weekend and going to events and that kind of thing. Then these kinds of videos where I'm just sitting down, I'm doing my makeup, so it's makeup related, but I could be talking about other things. Like I could be talking about my top 5 favorite dishes or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to just be bogged down to just doing makeup, because I have so many other things that I'm passionate about that I'd love to make content about. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like one of my favorite YouTubers is a girl called Naomi John. Absolutely stunning above everything else, but she just makes such good content and it's never the same. Like she does a lot of food videos and fashion videos and like vlogs, and she also does makeup, but she's really into music. Like she's a musician as well. And that's the kind of vibe that I want. So makeup will always be the central theme because I adore it. But I want to bring in like my other interests as well. Is that making sense? I hope it is. Dick, you little bitch. Another plan for this year, which is quite big, is planning for our wedding, which I never thought was actually going to happen anytime soon. But after we'd gone to the Dominican late last year, everything just started snowballing and stuff. So we're looking at booking a date, not for this year, but we will be booking the date, like we will be securing the date at some point this year, which means then at some point I'll have to start getting into wedding planning mode, which is crazy. So yeah, wedding planning. I mean, the date's not going to be anytime soon because we are going, or the plan is at the moment, to go abroad. This feels really weird talking about this out loud because it feels like now, like we have to go through with it. And it's weird because we never actually thought it was going to happen anytime soon. Like we figured it would just be too much of an expense for us to do. So it would probably end up happening like after we'd had children and potentially bought a house. But this offer came up, or this idea came up, and it was just too good to pass up. So yeah, this year we're going to see how that goes. So maybe I can work some wedding content in at some point. I don't want to start things too early because it's not going to, like, it's literally going to be in like a couple of years time. So I don't see the point in doing like loads of stuff right now. I am very much leave stuff until the last possible second because I thrive on chaos. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, starting with wedding plans this year, absolute madness. So there's that, which is very exciting. Eyes are looking okay. I just want to put a bit more of like a sparkle. I think I want a sparkle. Obviously, there's also our annual trip to the Dominican. We also want to go to Italy at some point to see my family. End of May, June sort of time. We could look at doing something because it's not school holidays then, so it'd be a little bit cheaper, and it also won't be like the seventh circle of hell in terms of heat. And then just going in with a bit of blush. This is one of the NYX Buttermelt ones in Feeling Butter. Just tap that off. I completely forgot as well that I'm supposed to smoke out the lower lash line. Here's me thinking that eyes are done. No, they're not. So yeah, planning to go to Italy. So that means more Italy vlog content is coming. And last time we went, and then obviously because we're going to the Dominican, I'll maybe do another Dominican vlog. So yeah, like big plans for the majority of the year, and obviously we've got a load of concerts and stuff to go to as well. It's just, yeah, it's a big year of things. It's already feeling really positive. And also this year at Christmas, Jamie and I are here, so we get to spend Christmas Day with the girlies, with the kitty cats, which is very exciting because I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key upset when I checked the cameras on Christmas Day morning and they were just sat in the house on their own. I feel awful leaving them when it's stuff like that. I really do. I know they have no idea that it's Christmas, but I just feel like it's our little family and I just want us to be together for Christmas Day. So we're both really excited about that this year, the fact that we get to spend Christmas Day with them. And it'd probably just be us again having Christmas dinner. So maybe I could do like a little Christmas Day vlog or something. We'll see how I feel. And because of that, it also means that I'll be in Manchester, which means I'll be close to Liverpool for Boxing Day. So maybe I might sneaky cheeky go to Liverpool on Boxing Day for the Lush Boxing Day sale, and maybe we could spend the day in Liverpool. I'd make a vlog out of it or something like that. It's an excuse to shop. So maybe that could be one of my treats. Like if I achieve certain things this year, that could be one of my rewards to myself. Okay, the eyes aren't looking 90s enough for me, so I'm gonna do a little like winged in a corner because it kind of feels like that is something they would do. Now for lips. I'm thinking I want something dark because that is what she has on this picture. And I've got Trendsetter by Morphe, which is like a really deep dark brown, very warm toned. And then I've got 90's by Vive, which is very appropriate, 90's. And then I was thinking maybe like a little bit of Cherry Cola blush, just like in the middle. Anyone else's lips like as dry as Gandhi's Flip Flop because it's cold outside, or is it just me? Yes, I know we're looking a bit crazy. Well, it won't stay like this, I promise. Oh! It's not done. It still looks a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna go in with 90's. And then I'll see like what we're looking like. Yeah, it's too brown. It's too brown. So I think I'm gonna go in with Cherry Cola. And just put that. Yes. Yes. Okay. And now gloss. Oh, this is where it's make or break. I have this from Fenty. This is Diamond Milk. And I just thought, what better gloss to use than something that's like white and pearly and glittery, because that to me screams like 90's. I may be ruining it, I don't know. I am obsessed, to say the least. Maybe jazz it up a little bit with like a fake eyebrow piercing or something, make it very 90s. But I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it like this before I get too carried away and end up hating it. Because right now I really, really love it. My inner child is healed with this look. This is a look that I would have loved to wear when I was little. Like little baby Steph, who was obsessed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer and The Craft. She would have ate this up. Also the perfect hairstyle if your hair is really greasy. Like mine is a mixture of grease and hair oil at the moment because I put hair oil on yesterday after I waved my hair with my mermaid waver and absolutely hated it and couldn't figure out what to do. So I thought I'd just stick a little hair oil in it and deal with it tomorrow because I couldn't be bothered washing it. And this style works quite well for that because you can't really see the grease. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up for this look. Honestly, I am obsessed. I hope you are too. And if you try it out, you have to tag me. Hello, beautiful. Look at you. I mean, she needs no makeup whatsoever. She's got like built-in smoky eye and liner all the time. And she's got her resting bitch face down to a T. But that wraps it up for this one. I must say, I am slightly impressed. I did not expect it to turn out like this, and I also did not expect to really like it because I was looking at all the pictures and I'm like, oh, is that a bit too bold of a look for me to try? I'm not sure whether it's very me. I feel like I need to do more stuff like this, to be honest. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this one and you found it educational and useful and entertaining. Before I go though to wash my hair and wash this all off my face, unfortunately, I do have one more goal I wanted to share with you guys, and that is to actually remind you and ask you guys to like, share and subscribe to my channels to make sure that you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, because let me tell you, there's quite a few. I've been planning away and I'm really excited to like get stuck in with YouTube and TikTok this year. YouTube more than anything, I think that is going to be like the biggest platform for me. I just much prefer long form content. I don't know about anybody else, but that's where I go for like all my vlogs and makeup tutorials and stuff. I feel like TikTok is very like limited, especially with like how short the videos are and stuff, and the scrolling ability. With YouTube, you have to watch. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, and maybe turn on the little bell notification as well so that you get a notification whenever I post. And also leave me a comment down below of what your biggest goal is for 2025, and then in a year's time we can come back and have a look and see what we've done. But that is it from me for now. I'm gonna love you and leave you and see you in the next one. Bye.